Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to the Conquest of Mexico. Welcome to my joint multiplayer YouTube production with old Balthazor Crow or Balthazor Strategic Arcana. We're going into the 7th turn in the war of the Conquest of Mexico, USA versus Mexico. So far we haven't seen any battles, just a little bit of a skirmish next to Laredo at the Rio Grande, but the further Zachary Taylor pushes over the Rio Grande towards Monterrey, the sooner we will see the enemy for sure. So yeah, let's see what the enemy did, if we see some signs of him. In this replay also we have our troops marching down to Santa Fe, New Mexico, so further fronts opening up. I'm excited and I hope so are you, and let's watch the replay together. Oh, the enemy first time a little detachment runs into our troops. Nice to see. And it looks like an ambush since the enemy was lacking reconnaissance. Nice, we raid 5 MPP, we get our reinforcement, and first time we spot something here, brigade here next to Monterrey. So it looks like the enemy has its defenses here next to the city, what has been expected at the last turns. But before we get there, let's read again the diary, or not the diary, but the Conquest of Mexico by Prescott, page 81. Cortés, though not re-established in the office of secretary, received a liberal repartimiento of Indians and an ample territory in the neighborhood of Santiago, of which he was soon after made alcalde. He now lived almost wholly on his estate, devoting himself to agriculture with more zeal than formerly. He stocked his plantation with different kinds of cattle, some of which were first introduced by him into Cuba. He wrought also the gold mines which fell to his share, and which in his land promised better returns than those in Hispaniola. By this course of industry he found himself in a few years master of some 2,000 or 3,000 Castellanos, a large sum for one in his situation. God, who alone knows at what cost of Indian lives it was obtained, exclaims Las Casas, will take account of it. Such was the state of things when Alvarado returned with the tidings of Grijalva's discoveries, exploring the Mexican coastline of 1518, and the rich fruits of his traffic with the native. The news spread like wildfire throughout the island, for all saw in its promise of more important results than any hitherto obtained. The governor, as already noticed, resolved to follow up the track of discovery with a more considerable armament, and he looked around for a proper person to share the expense of it, and to take the command. Well, I was like rushing a little bit over it, bringing a lot of historical figures into the play. For example, Las Casas, the priest or monk who was a huge critic of Spanish exploitation of the Central Americas and tried to change the situation for the better of the indigenous. But he just mentioned quickly. Anyways, further, I had a course actually in university on the Spanish conquest or encuentra of America. So if you have any deep-rooted questions, let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to help out, and despite that I'm also for sure not an expert, but let's see. And is the cover unstuck? I just get an LOL. Let's see how we start off this one. And I think this one is pretty clear. I want to have the first huge success because I'm pretty sure, and yeah, we can shatter this regiment with our brigade of volunteers down here. Woohoo! The Battle of Cojuido, or the Skirmish of Cojuido, won for us. I will not proceed any further because I don't want to risk being cut off. So for this reason I'm gonna stick here. Next turn probably move up here to Presas. I don't know what the name of this river is. To be honest, I also don't expect a lot of defensives down here. I think the enemy just wanted to check out with the regiment what's going on and test us. Alright. Let's use our gunboat we brought up here to, let's say, do some reconnaissance. Wasn't really worth it. I didn't expect any troops here, but yeah, it's still something you can do. Then it's just our regiment here to quickly take Sabinas. And the question is how we're gonna proceed with these guys now. Maybe I'm gonna push up here. Just block these mountain passes to Chihuahua. How far is Santa Fe? Oh, alright. Suddenly real resistance is forming up here. And our troops don't seem to have the strength to really push through. Is Taos a settlement? Do we get supplies from the settlements? Yes, I always keep on asking this, but... So I do have the strong feeling that it might be necessary to take Taos up here as an additional source of supply, and then we kind of, because here we have to attack over the river. Is Kearney actually in? Nah, and Kearney is not close. Maybe they're not. I think I actually move Kearney down to Vegas. We'll use the Cav Brigade to take Taos next turn and bring ourselves better in position over here. I think that's the plan. Do it like that. And I will move him to where... Yeah, next turn this should be helpful. Yeah, I don't want to risk this damage right now. And from Taos, I think we should get extra supplies, which will be helpful. I didn't want to risk, of course, I could have forced marched also these boys here, but then somebody could have attacked Kearney, and also, I don't know. The force march costs morale, so I didn't want to do it this turn. We do get our reinforcements here with the regiment, and there's no reason to keep them up here, so bring them down. I think the additional unit will help us, like, to outnumber them is going to be quite helpful. We have stronger forces already, but to outnumber also with the HQ. Yeah, I didn't expect, like, a brigade, or, yeah, it's an official brigade even. Okay, we also have brigades. The Mormons, the Mormons and the normal ones. Yeah, but if the enemy, and you think the main problem for the enemy is to get, I think he can't set up really troops up here. They have to march north from... probably Chihuahua, and I read something in the description, so if I have to take Santa Fe quick, and this is my chance, I guess, to be quick, and with these reinforcements, I'm still hopeful to be able to do that. But back to the main front, and yeah, let's see how we're gonna do that. Before we do anything else, I would say let's move in our ships a little harder. Can we actually... Okay, let's do this first, because I told you last time I want to get another field artillery, since I want to profit from our technological advance in this field. And get them... Because the enemy has artillery, but no mobility one and no field artillery, so that's why we're getting one extra. Alright, it's leaving us with 100. Oh, a Cav Brigade, very nice. The one we ordered, but we have to set them also up here in New Orleans, so... As always, let's first ship those guys out over here. Maybe not directly next to each other. I don't know how many ships the enemy has, or if she has any at all, I doubt it. But yeah, just not have them at one spot. And yeah, what else? Oh yeah, the new unit, the Cav. Let's bring them down in New Orleans again. And let's have a look at the front over here. Well... my problem is that I didn't leave space for the Cav now. I had to get the spotting out, but we have 7 action points, so I don't need to, I think. Oh, interesting. So this is where the enemy is located. I think in this case I'm gonna move up the Texans to Guerrero. Or up here. Let's bring them to Guerrero this turn as a, let's say, flank protection. And then Taylor himself can go... Ooh. Question is anybody's down here. I feel like I can even establish already a proper siege of Oh, we have regulars here. Regulars. Ah, they're better than brigade. Guys, I'm always mixing them up. It's like the regulars are the better troops, actually. So, what I'm gonna do... I mean, I think we should open, basically, the siege of Monterrey. There's no reason to hesitate. The bridge here is unprotected. We do have some nice... the only thing I don't know is basically the situation down here. And it's going to be hard to clear up, but I'm going to risk it. We have reserves also here to, let's say, secure the flanks on this side. Can bring even more forces from here. Okay, if we wanted to attack Monterrey, we need to bring the field artillery here. So nothing in the south. Okay, these boys get into position here. And then it doesn't matter who I put where, right? Oh, wow. The chances of the attack are actually not that bad. But... question is, do I want to have the first shots here? I mean, 2-3, it sounds promising, but then we are also... Are they entrenched? Not really. But of course we don't have the preparedness bonus. Let's have a look. This should be enough for... I don't know if the enemy also saw the artillery coming in, because this could be helpful. We have 2 shells. One question that remains for me is, shall we keep them silent, the artillery? Or not? So silent means basically they will not fire defensively if the enemy attacks, which will help us a lot in the attack, of course. At the same time they have 2 shells, and then they will get in our turn 1 more. So yeah, now actually maybe I want the enemy to attack us here for the... It's a tough one. Yeah, but 2, 3... No, actually, let's try it. Let's attack Monterrey. Still, with 2 damage, they will survive, I feel like, and we have reinforcements here. I want to use the good situation. Of course, we don't attack with the same success that I was promised, but... Oh, what the... Oh god, no! Did we actually scare them away, and now we can't go in any... Oh gosh. This is unexpected, but wow, what a success. They didn't even take any damage. Well, in these circumstances, these guys... I mean, Monterrey is the prime target, right? The only thing that might happen is that there's... I'm just wondering which unit I bring in, if it's really important to take Santiago over here. I kind of doubt it, but also, yeah, the supply is gonna get better. So let's do Santiago and move 1 north. I don't know, securing this bridge is not so important. Yeah, like this. And then I think coming down from here, this is helpful, and some security. Then this troop can help us out also over here, and then these boys. Okay, you guys can protect Bravo, and you guys can protect Taylor from here, and the Cav protects the artillery here in the back. I think this is halfway fair. Looks like a secure sit setup. And that seems like that's everything I wanted to do. For 80 I can't buy anything anymore. We moved everything. Always like surprised how short the turns are, but they are. Over here I'm hesitant for the attack, but let's of course flex around and provoke somehow. What about to say about Monterrey? Run! We want the cheese. Well, not too funny, but... El queso. We want el queso. Let's of course mix in some bad Spanish to spice up the situation. And Monterrey, I'm sorry guys, and the only thing I know Monterrey for is the cheese, so from American sandwiches. Bueno, let's go, let's finish the turn together and see if anything happened. We're collecting MPP. That seems to be it. So thank you very much for watching. It would be amazing if you leave me a like and subscription to support me. But also, of course, Balthazar's Strategic Arcana. You find, of course, the link into the enemy channel or even the enemy's next turn. We have to figure that out in the future. I'm recording a little bit ahead. That's why I don't know yet. For sure in the video description. And of course, you can also follow the enemy side. So great chance to see both perspectives of this conflict. Thank you for watching. See you next time in the next episode. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.